You're doing a great job, right? Is that what you're saying?
We're doing our level best in a very
What does that mean? What does that mean when a child is sitting in their own feces, can't take a shower? Come on, man. What's that about? None of us would have our children in that position. They are human beings. And I'm trying to figure out, and I get tired of folks saying, oh, they just beating up on the Border Patrol. Oh, they just beating up on Homeland Security. Now, what I'm saying is I want to concentrate on these children. And I want to make sure that they are okay. I will say it, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's not the deed that you do to a child, it's the memory. It's the memory. And so, I told the head of Border Patrol the other day, I said, I want to know what's happening in the meantime. We are the United States of America. We are the greatest country in the world. We are the ones that can go anywhere in the world and save people. Make sure that they have diapers. Make sure that they have toothbrushes. Make sure that they're not laying around defecating in some silver paper. Come on, we're better than that.
And Vugu Nayosi, Black Revolutionary Now. Just wanted to bring you this video on these civil rights rejects, these civil rights negroes, failure negroes, who have done absolutely nothing to elevate, to advance, to promote and secure Black people's future. These are the people who talk about the march in the civil rights era, that their so-called was fighting for Black people rights. But when you look at their record, 40, 50, even some of them who are still alive 60 years ago, they have nothing tangible they have contributed to Black people. I could go down the list, just going to mention a few. For example, John Lewis, this Negro who got beat up by some cops and some white supremacists. His go-to lingo is, oh, well, I march in Selma, and I march with Dr. King. This Negro have been using this line for over 60 years, trying to pull the heart's string of Black people to make it feel just because you mention, you get your head bashed in by some white supremacists, which is a L, something that you're proud of. You're proud because you get beat up by some white supremacists. But he feel he could use that line to signify that he did something. Show me what you did today. Show me your resume of what you have done tangible for Black people. All this symbolism, rhetoric, this nonsense from these civil rights Negro rejects feel they can mention or have pictures and videos of something they claim to do and feel we could rock with that, in this time? Nah. Show me what you're doing for me and show me what you have done, your legacy to move Black people forward. So that's one. We could talk about Elijah Cummings. This Negro who was, I think he was a congressman in Baltimore. When you look at the poverty in Baltimore for Black people, and when you look at the conditions of Black people in Baltimore, you figure this Negro would put his life on the line for Black people, for the Black citizens of Baltimore. This Negro in Congress, I think it was 6 months to a year he passed away. Guess what he was doing? He was crying, literally crying over Latino immigrants at the border being treated badly, little kids. Now, I don't have a problem with any kid who is being violated on any level. It's wrong. However, I never seen Elijah Cummings with that same energy, crying and sympathizing for Black people in his own state. But you crying and sympathizing for people who is coming over this border illegally. It shows you these Negroes where their agenda lies. We could go to Jesse Messi Jackson. Now, for all who don't know this, Jesse Messi Jackson allegedly was named responsible for the assassination or the collaboration and the assassination of Dr. King. Now, you could go and do the research yourself. I did the research already, so I concluded, allegedly, that he had something to do with it as well. But I'll leave that there for you guys to go figure out on your own. However, when you look at Messi Jesse Jackson, who walked with Dr. King in the civil rights era, show me what this Negro have done. Show me. Show me tangibly what this Negro have done. Absolutely nothing. No institute, no programs, no legislation bill passed for Black people, to protect Black people, to make sure Black people's future is secure on certain level when coming to the laws, when coming to housing, when coming to school, whatever it is. Show me what this Negro have done. And this Negro have been around since Dr. King days. But it could sit there and reference, oh, this is what I did, and see a photo with him and Dr. King, all symbolism again, but haven't done one iota to change the condition of Black people. 3 and 4. Harry Belafonte and Cindy Poitier. They was at the Washington March on August 28, 1963. So they were there when Dr. King made the famous speech, I Have a Dream. When you look at these two Negroes at the end of their lives, both of them married white women. Both of them left their wealth to white women. These are the people who claim to speak on behalf of Black people. Yo, I don't care about Cindy Poitier movies, his so-called Oscars, or what he have done. I don't give a damn about Harry Belafonte music or whatever. Show me what these Negroes have done tangibly for Black people. So anybody who disagree, leave a comment, or we could have a debate live so the people could see. This is these two Negroes' legacy. Married to white women and left their wealth to white women. And some of these Negroes who look up to these other Negroes, this is your hero? This is your hero. These civil rights reject who could reference they walk with Dr. King, but at the end of their lives, they left white women money, the white woman they were married to. No respect. No respect. Because I know Negroes like to be entertained, and everything is entertaining for them. This is real life. This is Black people, real life and real conditions. And Malcolm X warned us about these Negroes, where these white supremacists will put these entertainers in the forefront to speak on behalf of Black people. They don't speak for us. They don't speak for us. And of course, Jim Fish Fry Clyburn, this Negro, this Uncle Ruckus, this Sambo, this Negro does have fish fry every year for free, so he could ponder for Black people. He's one of the paid Negroes in the Democratic Party who they send out there as their little puppet to go and ponder, to have fish fry. This is what black people is worth to them. Come and have some fish fry and you vote for nothing. This is what these people, or certain simple-minded Negroes, look at these people as our leaders. Look at these Negroes. Everyone I mentioned, go look at their names. Go look up their names and tell me what they have done for black people all these decades. You can't use pictures, symbolism, say, yo, I walk with this, or I was part of this, whatever. You should be ashamed of yourself to say it does you, that you are part of something for 50, 60 years. And when you look at the resume of what you have done tangibly, it's absolutely nothing. That's a damn shame. So anybody who tell you, oh my God, yo, I was with this organization and we was doing this for black people and blah, blah, and they're still doing stuff for black people, but they can't show nothing tangible. They could show a name of an organization they've been in for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. But they can't show anything tangible, anything to better black people's lives moving forward. So that's why I call them the civil rights failure. These Negroes who is put in our face to make it feel they speak on our behalf. They don't speak for us. They don't speak for us. You know, and of course, Al Sharpton, Al the Perm Sharpton, he's just a mess. He is just a mess. From an informant, for someone, you know, who was embezzling money with Donald Trump, and I mean, yo, he's just a mess. Show me what these Negroes have done. Show me. Nothing. People could talk a good game. All these Negroes have in common is, oh, well, look who I marched with, or look what I was hanging out with. Look at the era I was in, and I got beat up in Selma, and I did this, and I was at the Washington Monument. Nothing to show in their old age or even after they have passed. Nothing to show tangible what they have done for black people to move the needle for black people to progress. So anybody, black people, that's your hero. We already know what you are all about. These Negroes need to be called out, and any Negroes who is pondering and aligning themselves with white supremacy, you know, and talking slick and talking here. I was down with this organization, and this organization have a black name. Look at all the organizations that have black names. They have absolutely disappointed and did nothing for black people. It's just a front. And when you look at all the organization that supposedly is supposed to represent black people, look at the money that is funding them. I always tell people, follow the money, and then you will see what the agenda is all about. Failure. These civil rights reject failure. And Vugu Nayosi, Black revolutionary now.